Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Chubbs Reviews. And today's my first day of me looking like a lesbian. I apologize for my face and all, but I did decide to shave finally. Obviously, barber shops or hair people are pretty much closed still, and even if they were open, it's kind of risky to even go do that. But yeah, so I'm pretty much a mess. But anyway, today we're talking about a franchise. Good segue here. A mess of a franchise, Call of Duty. You'll never really see me play a Call of Duty game or like them or really even review them. But Call of Duty World War II did become free this month for PlayStation Plus. This game's only about 3 years old. Came out in 2017. And I just really played the story, so I guess I won't be giving you a full-fledged review here, but I would like to get the news out there in case you don't already know. This game is free, and I do want to tell you guys about the campaign. I remember people saying when it came out that the online multiplayer wasn't good. This game not very memorable when it came to its multiplayer maps or guns or anything. It does have zombies. I didn't even realize it had zombies. I can't believe this game had zombies. But anyway, and then we got the campaign, which is it's about 6 to 5 hours long. It's very short, and that's what sucks about. But it's your typical Call of Duty campaign, in which you're a soldier in the military, and it's World War II. So surprise, surprise, you're fighting against Nazis in its prime of World War II, Germany. Literally, the first mission in the game is D-Day, where you storm the Normandy beaches, and um, and then you learn more about the character you play as, Daniels, Private or something Daniels, and the crew you're with. When it comes to the story, this Call of Duty does a few things different than other Call of Duties. Like it has heroic things, like when you're in a mission, if you see a friendly soldier like on the ground hurt or a Nazi coming at him, you can save his life in a sense. And or Nazis, when you're pushing them hard enough, like you're fighting them hard enough, they'll actually put down their guns, put up their hands, and surrender. And if you don't shoot them, that's a heroic thing. They don't really mean anything. I mean, you get like an after screen credit that's like, hey, you found the heroic things, good job. But you don't really mean anything. It has nothing to do with the story. The other thing is mementos, which are like just collectibles. There's like three or two collectibles at each map. Other than that, it is your very linear, straightforward game that has actually no. I would say the campaign has no bad moments necessarily. I really didn't. Usually, every campaign has a stupid moment that you're like, "Wow, why are we doing this? This doesn't seem fun." But this story was pretty fun throughout. I mean, it's typical, but you have some car driving place times. What am I trying to say? You drive a car a few times. It felt good. It felt action filled. You shoot planes out of the sky a few times. You actually fly a plane in one of the missions, and it felt good. Um, Shit, better than like Star Wars Battlefronts flying anyway. Anyway, nothing really sucked. The cutscenes themselves. This game looks like a fucking movie. It is actually probably the most realistic cutscenes I've ever seen in games. Like my eyes are huge, but it's literally what I'm not lying. Like, and I'm not saying like they're the best cutscenes. They didn't draw that much emotion. They didn't have the greatest acting. Blah blah blah. But just looks like it looked like a fucking movie. And it might be because it's only a 5 hour experience and that they can put so much time into that. But like Death Stranding is probably the only other game that kind of looks like realistic like this. But even that, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they did, but it looks insane. So props to them. The action scenes themselves look really good. Really, the Call of Duty's biggest problem is they don't put enough effort into their campaigns. Like they try to, you could tell that the people who worked on the campaign were passionate, but they don't have enough time to make a full fledged story where you could really develop these characters. And you. Oh, another thing they added to this Call of Duty in a sense is that your squad mates, they're real people. You interact with them. They're like characters in a story. But they also on the field, you can look at them and press up on the D-pad, and they'll either point out where enemies are, throw you ammo, throw you a grenade, or throw you a health pack, or throw you a thing to where you can call an airstrike in. And those are all actually pretty fun things to do. Sometimes they just wouldn't fucking throw it, like give you what you were asking for though. That messed up a few times. Um, oh, and the game ran really like sluggish and buggy. I never, if you watch any movies, never complain about like graphics or FPS or anything like that because I'm a console player. But this game had noticeably, like every time I would aim in some of this like large areas, action filled areas, it just sucked. The only time I guess now another thing that sucked, the only mission I guess that sucked was you drive a tank at 1.2. That mission wasn't too fun. But the flying and the shooting down planes was alright, and driving was alright in my opinion. Um, very predictable campaign. I wish Call. I honestly I don't know. I wonder if this game would be good for real military people because it felt like really nostalgic. Like I recently watched like Captain America: The First Avenger, and that's set in 1940s. The same literal World War II was going on against the Nazis, and it just felt a lot like that. Like not as much charm though. Like it was very typical. Like it's just your standard World War II story. But there are some things the game does that I really liked, and then I just didn't go far enough with it. Like some mental kind of breakdowns going on with people that they've been through shit. Your sergeant guys really going through shit. You lose people in battle. I mean, all types of shit like that. But they just don't give enough time to develop those characters, develop that problem, and it's already resolved before it's even a problem because the game's over. Yeah, like I said, the ending was really quick too. The final mission itself is probably the most underwhelming mission. Here I am ready for a big battle, kind of, or at least some big cinematic ending, because that's kind of what Call of Duty does. Or they do the slow mo thing where it's all, where it's all slow motion and blurry, and you shoot a guy. But funny enough, this game does end on a bridge like most Call of Duties, but you just cross that bridge, and that is pretty much the end of the game. And then there's an epilogue that comes up that ties up loose ends, and it was okay. This game overall is just okay. That's what Call of Duty in general is. It is just okay, and when it comes to the multiplayer shit, it's below average. It's filled with microtransactions usually, whether it's a battle pass or a fucking loot box. You just can't play the game. And the maps usually suck these days. I'm just not a huge Call of Duty fan, especially when it comes to multiplayer. I wish more military games would do more like Spec Ops: The Line. Look up Skill Up Spec Ops: The Line. I think he did a review on that game kind of recently, even though it's a very old game. But it's a really good depiction of war. And back to like feeling nostalgic if you were a veteran, because it just feels like you're in the war at some points. Like obviously the combat feels very fake. Like there's no way combat really happens like it does in Call of Duty. But everything outside of that feels like a military movie, a very good 1940s movie, with the accents and the time and just everything. But other than that, like, I guess I mainly said positive about this, but that's because I only really gave the positive stuff a shot. When it really comes down to it, this game is final verdict a 5 out of 10. It is just an average game. It's free. You might as well spend 6 hours of your life if you never did to play this campaign. I would say the second to final chapter is really good, and then the final chapter kind of sucks. But there's one scene in there that I thought was really good in general. But anyway, yeah, I wouldn't care about the multiplayer or the zombies. Everyone likes the new Call of Duty actually anyway, so it's interesting that they gave this one out for free. That's how Call of Duty ends up being. So yeah, I guess I won't carry on this video too much longer. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your guys' favorite Call of Duty down below. I definitely did have a favorite back in the day, Modern Warfare 2. But I've just grown up from that now, and now I'm pretty much disgruntled and hate on Call of Duty. So thank you guys for understanding that. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next video. Peace out.